Good morning, my dear students. In the last class, we had discussed about the trade and commerce relationship between India and Europe. The first chapter, Advent of Europeans to India. So today, let us discuss about the Europeans. Who are the Europeans who had arrived to India for the trade purpose? And let us discuss about their important trade centers established in India. Yes, you know that Vasco da Gama, who discovered sea route to India in 1498. So that was the first trade route between India and Europe, where most of the Europeans started to arrive India for the trade purpose. So Vasco da Gama belongs to Portuguese. So the Portuguese are the people first who started their trade relationship with India, and they are the last people who left India. So it means we can understand very clearly the first people who arrived to India for the trade purpose were Portuguese. Okay, so after that, what happened like that? After Portuguese, Dutch, French, and English started their trade relationship with India. So now let us discuss one by one, that is European trade companies. Already I have told that Portuguese are the first people who came to India. Then, of course, their ambition was to build great trade centers, and they wanted to make big business in the country. So keeping that intention, all these Europeans arrived to India. Okay, so that is the first thing. Second thing, when Vasco da Gama reached to India, so the trade route, so he started from Lisbon, okay, then through Cape of Good Hope, Africa, and reached India, that is Calicut. So after that, what happened in 1869, when Suez Canal was built? So Suez Canal was built in Egypt. So that trade route cut short the route to India. So example, if I want to say, so before the trade route from which was discovered by Vasco da Gama, so that was about 10,800 nautical miles in the beginning. But whereas when the Suez Canal was built, so that is the distance to Bombay and Europe reduced to 6,200 nautical miles. So this of course helped them to have trade relationship, and at the same time so they can supply their goods within a short time. So later on, what happened? Portuguese, yes, Portuguese were the first people I was discussing who arrived to India, and they start their trade centers after discover the trade route by Vasco da Gama, the same route. So then after Vasco da Gama, Francisco de Almeida arrived to India as the viceroy of Portuguese. Francisco de Almeida. Francisco de Almeida. So he wanted to have a supremacy over sea route instead of land route. So that's why he brought the policy called Blue Water Policy. Blue Water Policy. Why the Blue Water Policy was brought? Because he wanted to have supremacy over on the sea route instead of a land route. That's why he has brought the policy of Blue Water Policy. So he established Blue Water Policy, and also later on, after who came after Francisco de Almeida was Alphonse de Albuquerque. Alphonse de Albuquerque. Alphonse de Albuquerque. So he is considered as a real founder of Portuguese. Alphonse de Albuquerque. Alphonse de Albuquerque was the real founder of Portuguese. Portuguese rulers. Okay. So later on, what happened? He waged the battle against Bijapur Sultan, and he captured Goa in 1510. from Bijapur Sultan. So that's why we can consider him. He is the founder of Portuguese, Alfonso de Albuquerque. So he established the strong administration in Goa. There is no doubt about that. So actually Goa became one of the important administrative center for the Portuguese. So that is about the Portuguese. Of course, they ruled nearly a century. So they established their trade centers. So nearly century. Century means 100 years. Okay. So this is about Portuguese. Okay. So some of the Portuguese trade centers are Dio, Daman, Basen, Hugli. They are some of the trade centers of Portuguese. So then next comes the Dutch. After Portuguese, the Dutch arrived to India. Dutch from Holland. Dutch are from Holland. Dutch. So they established their trade centers. Actually, they started the East India Company in the year 1602. 1602. Dutch. So then, of course, we can say that Dutch also wanted to have trade competition among the other Europeans. Okay, so whereas French and English, of course, they tried their level best to do business in India. First, actually, yes, they wanted to have established trade, or they wanted to do business in Indonesia, Java, and Sumatra, and they really wanted to establish the strong trade center even India too. But what happened? But they could not compete with the French and English. That's why they established their trade centers. Some of the factories or warehouse only in some of the places like Surat, Broch, Cambay. Okay, Surat, Broch. You can see in the map. Broch, Surat. Okay, Cambay, Surat. It is one of the important trade centers here. Broch, Machilipattanam. Okay, Machilipattanam is here. Okay, Machilipattanam or Machilipattanam. Okay, Chinsura, Nagapattinam, and Surat, Broch, Cambay. These became the important trade centers for the Dutch. Okay, so they established their trade centers there. And what happened exactly? So since they could not compete, of course they broke the monopoly over Portuguese, but they could not compete with the English and French. So that's why they limited themselves, and they actually themselves to the spices of island Indonesia. Actually only, so they limited their trade only to Indonesia, and they have stopped to have strong role or strong role in India. Okay, so next comes the strongest rulers who stood very strongly in India, or they built good administration system. India are none other than English. Okay, so you all heard about English who had come to India on 31st December 1600. They established their trade centers. So Queen Elizabeth who took permission from the Mughal ruler Jahangir in the year 1600. They started they established East India Company. English. Shall I rub this board? Yeah, please write down. Make a short note. Okay, so English started. They established their trade centers in the year 1600. So Queen Elizabeth took permission from the Mughal ruler Jahangir, but formally they started their business in the year 1613. Okay, so even though they took permission in 1600, so formally they started in 1613. They started their business. Okay, so they definitely they became very successful rulers who had established the trade centers in India. So they made very big business, no doubt about that. They established their trade company, and later on what happened? So once the Jahangir gave the permission, okay, Jahangir gave the permission to have trade relationship. To have trade in India. Okay, in the year 1613 they started, and Jahangir once he gave permission to have trade relationship and trade in Surat. First, they took permission to have trade relationship or trade in Surat. Okay, at Surat. Then later on they established their trade centers. Okay, so they extended their trade centers in 1617. So Sir Thomas Roe, who had come to India to the Jahangir court, okay, he came from James First, the court of James First from England. Okay, so he arrived to India to have trade in Agra, Ahmedabad, and one more Broch. Agra, Ahmad, and Broch. Agra, Ahmedabad, and Broch. So they wanted to have trade here, Ahmedabad, Agra, and Broch. So they took the permission and they started their trade in 1617. Of course, they wanted to take permission from Mughal ruler Jahangir. Okay, so Jahangir granted permission to have trade here. In 1639, English Western their trade centers. Okay, they took Madras from the king of Chanderi. Okay, please remember the year. They are very important in 1639. So they took Chandragiri from from the Chandragiri king. So they built Saint George Fort. Strong fort was built. That is Saint George Fort. Saint George Fort is there in Madras. Okay, Saint George Fort is there in Madras. Okay, so they took from Chandragiri, the king of Chandragiri. Okay, next, Charles II, the prince, okay, of England, gave Bombay. Actually, the Bombay it was under the control of Charles II that time. Okay, Charles II gave for annual rent for the English. Okay, Bombay was given by Charles II for the annual rent of 10 pounds, annual pounds, that is 10 pounds per East India Company in the year 1668. In the year 1668. Okay, so please remember and write down the years. They are very important. You should know because when they established their trade centers in India, in which places. In 1690, okay, so this English purchased the three important villages at Calcutta on the river bank of Hooghly. Okay, so there are Sutunati, the three important places: Sutunati, Kalikata, and Govindapura. So Govindapura, Sutunati, and Kalikata were actually purchased by the British or from the English. Okay, so this is how they established their vast trade centers in India, and of course they made Calcutta as their capital that time. Calcutta as their capital, and they built a strong Fort William. Fort William was also built by English. So this is how the important trade centers of English were Bombay, Calcutta, and Madras presidency were reached to the hands of the English. So that is about the English. So they built huge trade centers in many places, and Bombay, Surat, Agra, Ahmedabad, Broch, as well as Madras, Bombay, and Calcutta. So these became greatest trade centers for English. Okay, and you could understand only few places were occupied by the Dutch, but whereas you could see so many places now became the important trade centers for the English. And next comes French, who arrived to India after English was French. Okay, French. So French also had a huge ambition to do business in India. So that's why they also established their trade centers in the year 1664. 1664. They established their trade centers in 1664. You could see. Okay. So French. Okay. So what are their ambition? Of course, like English, they also wanted to build some factory. So factories are trade centers. So they established first factory at Surat. French established their first factory at Surat. So they also extend their trade centers for the English East India Company, for the trade companies, okay, such as Mahe, Karekal, Balsur, Mahe, Karekal, Balsur. So these have become the important trade centers of French. So what happened exactly? Yes, of course, there was a lot of competition among the Europeans to have trade relationship with India. So that's why in 1674 they also took Puducherry from local Muslim officials. Okay, so that is Puducherry. Then Puducherry became Puducherry. One more name is Pondicherry. So Pondicherry became the capital or the trade administrative center for the French. Puducherry or Pondicherry. Pondicherry became the capital for the trade. Important central administration for the French, and also after that, once they established their trade centers. So that time who arrived to India was Dupleix. Dupleix became the governor of the French. Like how Alphonse d'Albuquerque as a viceroy, and one more was that blue water policy. Who has brought blue water policy? Francisco Almeida. So like that, so he became the great leader of the French, Dupleix. Okay, Nawab of French. Okay, he is a governor. Okay, governor of French, Dupleix. So he also wanted to establish the very strong rule or very strong trade and business in India. So then finally what happened? The French and English remained in India, and through this, so the lot of competition between English and French, so that will be ended through Carnatic Wars. The three important Carnatic Wars. So the French and English fought three important Carnatic Wars to get Hyderabad and the Tamil eastern part. They are called Carnatic places in India. So respectively, they start their wars in order to establish their trade centers, and they wanted to grow very strong, and they wanted to build very strong trade relationship with India, and they wanted to make big business and money, and the huge competition starts between them. And finally what happened exactly? Here Portuguese were thrown out, Portuguese and Dutch were kicked out, and finally English and French remained very strong and established their strong role in India. So now this is about the important European trade centers who established in India. Okay, so do you have any doubt regarding this? No doubt. Okay, so if you have doubt, please you can clarify tomorrow once again. Okay, and please write down some of the important trade centers of the Europeans so that you could remember easily. So in the next class, I am going to explain about French and English and three Carnatic Wars and the Battle of Plassey and Buxar. Thank you.